Most people moving to Langley are making the same mistake. They pick a neighborhood that looks good on paper and then they regret it later. Because here's the truth. Willoughby isn't for everyone. Murrayville isn't for everyone. WALNUT GROVE isn't for everyone. In this video, I'm breaking down what most buyers get wrong about Langley and showing you exactly where you should live in 2025. My name is Dan. I'm a realtor here in the Fraser Valley, and I work with a ton of people just like you. Families upsizing, investors looking for the right opportunity, first-time home buyers trying to get into the market, and people relocating from Vancouver and even out of province. And here's the thing. When people Google moving to Langley or watch videos like this, they see all the shiny highlights, they see the brand new schools, modern homes, SkyTrain coming soon, more space than Vancouver, and one of the fastest growing areas in the lower mainland. And yes, that's all true, but what nobody tells you is that Langley is not one neighborhood. It's a collection of communities, each with their own vibe, each with their own pricing, each with their own buyer traps, and each one with their own kind of people. If you choose the wrong one, you could end up regretting your move. So today I'm breaking it all down for you. I'm going to show you the big picture of why Langley is booming. Then we'll do a deep dive into each community: Willoughby, WALNUT GROVE, Murrayville, BROOKSWOOD, FERNRIDGE, Langley City, and Aldergrove. I'll walk you through the pros, the cons, the lifestyle, the prices, and what are the hidden pitfalls. And then I'll wrap it up by showing you exactly who belongs where. Whether you're a first-time buyer, an upsizer, downsizer, or just an investor, stick around to the end because I'll also cover the biggest mistakes people make when they move here. Mistakes that could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars and years of frustration. So let's start with the big picture. Why Langley? Why are so many people moving to Langley? The first reason is affordability, or at least relative affordability. The benchmark price for detached home in Langley is sitting at about $1.6 million in 2025. Compare that to Vancouver East, where homes are selling for $2.1 million or more. That's $500,000 difference. For families who are upsizing, the difference is massive. It's the difference between having a narrow city lot and actually having a backyard your kids or your dog can play in. The second reason is schools. Langley has some of the newest schools in the Fraser Valley. Most famous is RE Mountain because of the IB program. Families move here specifically for that. There are also newer schools like Donna Gabriel Robbins Elementary and Peter Ewart Middle that are a big draw for young families. And the third reason is lifestyle. Langley gives you a balance. You can have all the big convenience with Willowbrook Mall, Costco, Walmart, and pretty much every other chain store. But you can also live in quieter areas like Murrayville, where it's heritage homes. There's Brookswood with its acreages, or WALNUT GROVE with its suburban stability. The fourth reason is future growth. The SkyTrain extension down Fraser Highway is officially in the works. It won't be finished tomorrow, but it's projected to be open around 2030. Buyers today are already starting to see the upside of being near those future stations. Over the next decade, the neighborhoods closest to the SkyTrain stops will see some of the strongest appreciation. The fifth reason is investment demand. Rents are strong, vacancy rates are low, and the population is growing quickly. Investors who bought pre-sales in Willoughby or Langley City a few years ago are seeing high rental demand. Of course, it's not perfect. Traffic on 200th Street can be brutal. Some areas of Langley City have a higher crime perception. And because Langley is a patchwork of very different neighborhoods, choosing the wrong one for your lifestyle can actually be a costly mistake. So this is why I'm breaking them down one by one. Let's start with Willoughby. This is the center of Langley's growth, where you see cranes, pre-sales, and row after row of townhomes. Willoughby is for families, first-time homebuyers, and investors that want appreciation potential. Condos average around $600,000. Townhomes are typically between $850,000 and $950,000, and detached homes are about $1.6 million and up. The schools here are one of the biggest selling points, especially RE Mountain that has the IB program. But you need to be careful. Catchment lines are very strict. Just because you live in Willoughby doesn't automatically mean your kids get to attend that school. The lifestyle in Willoughby is modern and busy. You can walk to Starbucks, Costco is right there, Willowbrook Mall just finished a major expansion. There are playgrounds and parks pretty much everywhere. Master planned and designed for families who want convenience. The pros of Willoughby are pretty obvious. You get brand new homes, you get more walkability than almost anywhere in the Fraser Valley, and you get the upside of being very close to the future SkyTrain. But there are also cons. Traffic is super congested, especially on 200th Street. Yards are small and density is high. And there's pretty much constant construction noise and activity no matter where you go. The bottom line is, if you want new and modern and you don't mind density, Willoughby could be for you. If you want peace, quiet, and space, this is not the neighborhood for you. Now let's talk about Walnut Grove. Walnut Grove is the opposite of Willoughby. Where Willoughby is new and busy, Walnut Grove is established and steady. Walnut Grove is for families who want stability and a strong community. It's for buyers that don't want to deal with non-stop construction every time they drive home. Detached homes are around 1.7 million. Townhomes are closer to 950. The lifestyle is quieter and more traditional. There are mature trees, larger lots. It's very family friendly and highway access is quick, which makes it a popular choice for commuters. Walnut Grove Secondary is the main school here, and it's well respected, especially for athletics and arts. The main benefits of Walnut Grove are the larger yards, the community feel, and the easy access to Highway 1. The downsides are homes are older and generally need updates, and there's very little new supply being built. So the bottom line is simple. If you want space, community, and access to the highway, Walnut Grove is a strong fit. If you do want brand new and shiny, you most likely won't find it here. Finally, for this section, let's look at Murrayville. Murrayville is one of the most charming neighborhoods in Langley. It feels like a small town in a big city. This area is for upsizers who want a calm, timeless neighborhood, and for downsizers who want stability and peace. Detached homes in Murrayville average about 1.8 million, and townhomes are around 1 million. The lifestyle here is slower and quieter. There are heritage homes, boutique shops, and the Langley Memorial Hospital. It's a neighborhood with a very low turnover, and once people move here, they generally stay. The main strengths are the community stability, the small town charm, and the clean, established environment. The drawbacks are a limited supply and premium pricing. Homes don't come up in the area very often, and when they do, you do pay for the privilege of living here. So the bottom line is clear. If you want stability, character, and a quieter pace, Murrayville is a strong choice. But if you want lots of newer construction, you won't find too many options here. Now let's move on to Brookswood and Fernridge. If Willoughby is about density and Walnut Grove is about stability, Brookswood and Fernridge are about space. This is where you find half-acre and full-acre properties, tree-lined streets, and homes that feel more private than anywhere else in Langley. Families that want land, people who want room for workshops, pools, or even horses. This is generally where they look. The average detached home in 2025 is well over $2 million. These are not entry-level neighborhoods. They're for people who want space and who are willing to pay for it. Many of the homes are older and built decades ago, but sitting on lots that new buyers just can't find in Willoughby or Walnut Grove. Fernridge is specifically worth paying attention to because the official community plan, over the next several years, this area is expected to see rezoning and a ton of development. Investors are already watching it closely because when rezoning happens, land values can jump drastically. Life in Brookswood feels different than the rest of Langley. It's quieter, it's more rural, you need a car for almost everything, but if you value privacy and land, there's nothing else in Langley that really compares. The advantage here is you get a property that gives you freedom. The downside is older houses mean ongoing maintenance. Many properties are still on septic systems, and if you want walkability, it's most likely not the place for you. The bottom line is that Brookswood and Fernridge are perfect for families who want space or for investors that want to position themselves for the future. If you want new, walkable, or easy transit access, this is not where you'll want to be. Now let's look at Langley City. Langley City is the most urban part of Langley. It has the highest density, has the most rental demand, and soon it will have the SkyTrain station right in the core. This is where first-time homebuyers and investors should pay attention because condos here average around 500,000. Townhomes are closer to 800 to 850,000. Detached homes are about 1.4 million, which is lower than the surrounding neighborhoods. The lifestyle here is centered around walkability. You can live in a condo or a townhome and walk to cafes, restaurants, and shops. For people who are moving out of Vancouver and don't want to lose that same accessibility, Langley City could be the closest match. The strengths of Langley City are pretty clear. It's affordable compared to other parts of Langley. It has strong rental demand, and it does have one of the biggest long-term upsides with the SkyTrain station already confirmed for 2029-2030. With that being said, the challenges are equally clear. Langley City has more crime perception than the township of Langley. Some areas are older and not as polished. But if you can look past those and focus on affordability and the growth potential, it could be one of the best opportunities in the region. Langley City is for buyers who are either getting into the market for the first time, or want that more urban lifestyle, or are looking at rental or investment opportunities. If you're looking for quiet streets, large lots, and suburban family atmosphere, this isn't the best fit. But if you want affordability and access to the future SkyTrain, Langley City definitely delivers. So now let's talk about Aldergrove. Aldergrove has a small town feel, but it's also one of the most affordable entry points into Langley. Detached homes average about 1.2 million. Townhomes are around 750,000, and condos are closer to 450,000. The lifestyle here is slower, more community-oriented, and people know their neighbors. The big addition in the recent years is the Aldergrove Community Centre with its pool, its gym, and family-friendly amenities, which is a huge boost to the area. The biggest draw to Aldergrove is price. Aldergrove is the least expensive part of Langley, and it makes it a good starting point for first-time home buyers and families who just want more space for less money. The main trade-off with Aldergrove is the commute. Aldergrove is farther from the core and closer to Abbotsford. A lot of the times the distance can matter if you work in Burnaby, Surrey, or Vancouver, and there are much fewer amenities compared to Willoughby or Walnut Grove. The bottom line is Aldergrove is ideal if budget is your top priority, but it's also attractive for people that want that small town feel within the reach of the Fraser Valley. If you want modern, connected, and central, Aldergrove won't feel like the right fit. But if you want affordability and community, it's worth a serious look. Now let's match the neighborhoods to the types of buyers who are looking here. If you're a first-time home buyer, your best bets are Langley City condos or pre-sales in Willoughby. They're the most affordable entry points that give you a strong upside for the future. If you're upsizing, meaning you're selling your condo or townhouse and want to move into something bigger, you'll be looking at Brookswood or Walnut Grove. Brookswood gives you the land privacy, and Walnut Grove gives you the stability and community. If you're downsizing, Murrayville is a great option with rancher-style homes, and Willoughby has a ton of new townhomes that work well for people coming out of detached homes. If you're downsizing, Murrayville is a great option with rancher-style homes, while Willoughby has a ton of new townhomes that do work well for people coming out of detached homes. And if you're an investor, a lot of the good opportunities are Willoughby pre-sales, Langley City condos, and any land in FERNRIDGE. Those are areas that combine strong rental demand today with growth potential in the future. So the right neighborhood depends less on what's best and more of what fits your stage of life and goals. Before we wrap up, let's go over the biggest mistakes people make when moving to Langley. The first mistake is ignoring school catchments. Just because you live in Willoughby, it doesn't automatically mean you're in the RE Mountain boundary. The second mistake is buying in flood zones without realizing it. Langley has designated floodplain areas, and not knowing can cause problems later with insurance and resale. The third mistake is underestimating commute times. 200th Street and Fraser Highway can back up very quickly, and for people who are outside of Langley, that commute can be a daily challenge. The fourth mistake is assuming the SkyTrain is arriving immediately. It is coming, but not for several years. If you're buying specifically for transit access, you need to be prepared for the wait. And the fifth mistake is forgetting about strata restrictions. Age limits, pet restrictions, and rental rules can all impact your lifestyle, so always review the bylaws before you buy. These mistakes sound simple, but I've seen them cost buyers serious money and stress. The more informed you are about moving, the smoother the experience will be. So where should you live in Langley in 2025? If you want new and modern, Willoughby is the place. If you want stability and community, Walnut Grove and Murrayville are excellent choices. And if you want space and privacy, Brookswood and FERNRIDGE stand out. If you want affordability, Langley City and Aldergrove are some of the strongest options. But the truth is, Langley is growing fast, and each neighborhood has its strengths and its weaknesses. The key is finding the one that matches your lifestyle and your goals. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure you hit like, drop a comment with your questions, and subscribe so you don't miss the next in-depth guide. And if you want more neighborhood deep dives in the Fraser Valley, comment below and let me know which community you want me to cover next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.